Yes. Okay. All right. We have suspended our non-public session because we have a guest here that we would like to share some information and update about our MS-25. We have CPA Greg Colby here with us. He has been acting as a consultant for us. This is the second year in a row he has worked with us. For those of you who know, we need to fill out certain paperwork for the DOE and the DRA to help set a tax rate for the town that basically is figuring out what our budget was last year, what we spent, what our revenue was, what money was left over, and so forth. So Greg is going to share what he's been doing, some of the glitches that he's run into, and how we're solving them. Okay, Greg.
Good evening. Thank you. As you said, came on board somewhere around September, October, with a request for needing assistance in getting the end of year reporting wrapped up, closed out, so that we can get the proper state forms, mainly the Department of Education, the DOE 25 and the MS 25. The DOE 25 goes as the Department of Education, the MS 25 goes to DRA, and it is those forms that help close out the year so that the surplus can be determined for the helping and setting of the tax rate. So upon coming on board and getting familiar with the last year or so, have come into some issues with regards to the software itself, and also incomplete nature of the records, if you will. So needing some reconciliations between the treasurer's records and the subsidiary accounts were not performed or not up to date through year end. So I've been running into and spending time, making sure that the records are complete, making sure that the software is accurate in order to accurately prepare the forms, prior to board approval before going to DRA. So I'm working, with the current staff there at the SAU, but also hand in hand with the software company, because there are some issues that popped up with the software itself. So it's been difficult to try to make sure that I've got complete and accurate records, but I'm working towards that goal. And we've been in touch with the software company extensively over the last week or two, and are told that those corrections, fixes, bugs, if you will, are hopefully going to be worked out shortly, in which case I can get going on finalizing all the information.
Okay. Great, thank you. So hopefully we will be hearing that these forms are completed in the next couple of weeks. BMSI, are they going to come to our next meeting? We're hoping to have them come to a meeting.
He says he can, yes.
Okay, we're going to have them come to a meeting and have them explain their issues that they need to solve. And so we're hoping within the next couple of weeks, everything is turned in to the DRA, the DOE, and once the paperwork is turned in, they have to make sure that it is error-free, correct? And
Correct.
Then if there's any errors, they immediately send it back to us to correct. And then there's a fast turnover to get, because they know that this is pretty important to the town, to then get it back to them. They'll get the information to the town. Hopefully this will all happen within the next few weeks. Yes?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the hope. I know DRA they were very, very late in starting the tax rate setting process anyways. So I'm not going to say that it wouldn't have been set before now, but I know there are a lot of communities that still don't have tax rates at this point. So because of some of the legislative action that was passed over the last year, it's delayed a lot of tax rates. But no, we'll stay on top of it and work with them, with it just being a single district in a single town, that they should be able to get through it very easily and quickly once we get it done.
Perfect. Does anybody else have a question for Greg about this right now? No. Greg, we really appreciate the time that you're spending with us and sharing your updates with the community and the board. And hopefully we'll have some good news in a couple of weeks. And we're hoping that the surplus information that we anticipate will show up in the tax bills, that people will see that in their hopefully December bill. Okay? All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Greg. Okay,
All right.
take care.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
You too. Okay, we're going to go back into non-public right now to finish our non-public session, and then we'll be back in about probably 30 minutes. Okay, so we will go back into non-public, which was suspended, so I'm gonna have a motion to go back into non-public.
All right, I'm gonna motion to go back into non-public. I'll repeat the letters again. That was under RSA 91A2, C, K, and L.
Okay, do we have a second?
I second.
Okay, Eric,
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
Katrina,
Yes.
Jess, and Debbie, yes. Okay, we're gonna go back. Second time's a charm. Go. All right, so I'm gonna see if this works.